Hello, it's Rachel back with another Nancy Drew walkthrough. This one is Trail of the Twister. And yeah, I'm really excited about this one.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. This is my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That'll tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way.
We have a mug from Warnings at Waverly Academy, which was the previous game.
P.G. Krollmeister has hired me to investigate a series of equipment meltdowns that have been plaguing the prominent Oklahoma storm research team he sponsors. Since his team has been expected to win the $100 million grant at stake in the upcoming Green Skies Storm competition, Krollmeister suspects that there is something far more sinister than simple equipment failure going on. I'll be joining the team undercover, replacing their previous intern, Pete, who wound up with a broken leg after one of the accidents stranded him directly in the path of a storm. Stepping in at the most dangerous and chaotic period of the chase season, I'm going to have to keep my wits about me to stay on top of the sabotage and the storms.
Okay, yeah, so this is our assignment. PG Krollmeister. This is a name that we've seen a lot in the Nancy Drew games. There's like a Krollmeister Nails, I think it's Nails in Secret of the Old Clock, and also I think there's some link to Cocoa Kringle bars or something like that. Anyway, so that's kind of fun. And yeah, I really enjoy this game actually. It's very unique. Like chasing tornadoes, which is exciting, but like also it's just not your typical mystery. So, let's get started.
Whoa, oh my gosh!
Starting off strong with a tornado sighting.
That's a weird piece of debris. Whoa, it's filled with money.
Once again, amazing job. Thanks, payment enclosed.
I better take this and see who it belongs to.
Hello, Nancy. Sorry we missed you. We're out chasing. The wind shear readings are strong enough that there may be a possible tornado forming to the north. Until our return, I'd like you to familiarize yourself a bit with our operation. Please take the tornado quiz on the computer in the cellar. Don't worry, we don't care how you score. Also, there's a stack of papers in the dining room that needs to be filed away in the cabinet. You'll have to use my ordering system, but I've left notes for you on how it works, and you'll want to drive down the street to Ma and Pa's general store to meet Pa. There's GPS in the car. You'll like him. He's quite the character. Thanks for filling in last notice. I look forward to meeting you in person, Debbie. Okay, so this is the farmhouse, and no one's here because they're all out chasing storms. This is Scott's office, which is locked.
It's too soon to go to bed.
I did not mean to click that. I'm actually going to go to Ma and Pa's first. I don't usually do that this soon in the game, but I don't know. Why not? So this is Ma and Pa's. Also, well, I forgot to show the GPS, but
Come on over here and be friendly. That's more like it. Welcome to Mom and Pa's.
I take it you're Pa?
That's me. That's what everybody in 100 miles knows me as, Pa. But I tell you something most of them don't know.
That it's not your real name?
Well, ain't you, Miss Smarty Boots? Little Miss Gal from up north who's helping out tornado chasers from the Canute.
How'd you know that?
Not bad for an old codger, huh? Why, I know all sorts of stuff about you. I even know your cell phone number, Miss Nancy Drew. Let's see, it's 523-555-4399. How'd you like them apples?
Someone on the Canute team told you I was coming, didn't they?
Yeah, that they did. Debbie, she told me to keep an eye out for you and gave me your number. See, if something bad happens while you're all out there chasing twisters, it's important to have a way to get help. Staying connected in an emergency is just about the best way to stay safe. I'm kind of your emergency action central. Keep your numbers right here by the phone. Debbie fill you in the way things work around here yet?
Actually, I haven't really met her yet.
You Canute folk got a lot of credit here, so instead of paying cash for food and equipment and such, you can charge it. You want to buy something that's not on Debbie's list, like something from the snack section, you got to pay for it using Pa pennies.
Using what?
Pa pennies. Like this here. A little something I invented to make coming in here a little more interesting for tourists. In fact, go ahead and take it. You could use it or keep it as a souvenir.
Hey, great. Thanks.
Just a Ma and Pa way of saying nice to meet you.
Well, it was nice meeting you.
I was just gonna say the same thing. Y'all take care now.
Okay, so there is quite a lot to look at in the store. He was saying if we want candy, we have to buy it using paw pennies, but everything else is a line of credit. There are some magazines over here. So this is an article about Scott Varnell, who's like the boss, I guess, of our tornado chasing team. He's a professor at some college. Where is it? Meteorology department. Green Skies grant competition. We kind of already know all of this. $1 million prize. $100 million prize. That's kind of crazy, actually. That's like a lot of money. Okay, this is kind of important. Since the contest announcement last fall, 2 teams have emerged as the clear-cut leaders. New York's Kingston University, led by Brooke Chavanaugh, and our own local Canute College, led by Scott Varnell. So I guess he's a professor at Canute College. And this is a mystery item which you can buy for a lot of paw pennies, like 10,000 or something like that. I can't remember. Or maybe it's just 1,000 paw pennies. That's fun. I might actually try to do that this game. There is a shortcut for getting paw pennies, thankfully, which is this Land Rush game. Okay, and then this is like a little museum in the store. There are also a lot of answers to the quiz questions in this store, or in this museum. The quiz that Debbie wants us to take.
The divining rod that's supposed to be here seems to be missing. I bet I can find something that will turn this machine on.
And to play this, I need at least 5 paw pennies, so can't play that yet.
Well, if it ain't my favorite customer.
Did you know the divining rod that's supposed to be on display in your museum is missing?
Missing? Why, I had no idea. How do you like that? Somebody must have took it.
When did you last see it?
It was there when I dusted, and that was just last week. Or was it last month? Anyway, I can't imagine why anybody'd take it. All thing it's good for is fine and all. That's pretty much just a superstition. For most folks, that is. Some people around these parts still swear up and down divining rod's work. Well, guess I'm just gonna have to whittle me up a fake one and stick it in the display. Just be our little secret, okay?
Good seeing you again.
Don't let them canutes work you too hard.
Okay, so what I meant to show earlier is the GPS. So we're at Mom and Pa's. We want to go back to the farmhouse. And it tells you how to get there. And yes, I drive like a crazy person in this game. But you can get away with driving crazy as long as you don't get in too many wrecks, then you will get a second chance. I don't know if I want to do this yet, actually, he's probably not even here. Yeah, he's not here. Okay, yeah, so do that later. So back to Debbie's note. We have gone to Mom and Pa's. Take the tornado quiz and organize a stack of papers. The tornado quiz is down here. Here's a photo gallery with lots of pictures, and then Twister trivia. Tornado warning. How many tornadoes are recorded? Oh, I always forget this one. It's either C or D. I think it's D. Tornado Alley. Oh. Okay, I was thinking of the EF scale, Enhanced Vegeta scale. If you get all the questions right on your first try, you get an award at the end, which clearly I'm not going to be getting. Okay, leave safe places, seek shelter. A large room. Disaster kit. Then you can go back and see the answers if you want. Let's see if there's anything to look at in here.
Mice! I agreed to tornadoes, but I did not sign up for mice.
Surface charts.
Nancy, is that you?
Yes, that's me.
Scott wants to meet you.
Be right there.
Nancy Drew, you made it. I'm Scott Varnell, the person in charge of this meteorological train wreck. Welcome aboard.
Did you see the tornado?
What tornado? Thanks to the lousy equipment that uncle of yours stuck us with, we just spent the last hour chasing down a bunch of cumulonimbi barely capable of spawning a spring shower, let alone a tornado. Wait a minute. Did you see a tornado?
Well, yeah. As I was driving up to the farmhouse. It wasn't that big, but it sure threw a lot of debris around.
Well, isn't that just peachy? We spend hours racing all over the countryside, and where's all the action? Right in our own backyard. We're never gonna win this thing. The school's gonna pull the plug on us, sell the farm, and that's gonna be all she wrote. And it's all Krollmeister's fault for saddling us with a bunch of Bush League junk. But now that you're here, maybe our luck will change. You'll be reporting to Debbie, but make no mistake, I call the shots around here. In fact, 2 things you need to do right off the bat. I gotta give a workshop on tornado preparedness at the junior high school next week, so put a sample disaster kit together for me. If anything's missing, go up the road to Ma and Pa's and get it there.
What else would you like me to do?
Second thing you need to do is redesign the warning siren layout for the local community. They just got a set of new sirens and their range is different, so the town asked me, and now I'm telling you, to figure out where to place them so if there is a tornado, everyone will be within earshot of a siren. All the information you need is on the chart in the other room. You have questions about anything, bug Debbie, not me. Nice meeting you. That tornado you just saw. What'd you think?
What do you mean?
Were you excited? Terrified? Did it make you want to go home? What?
Actually, that tornado is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I can't wait to see another one.
Now that's what I like to see. Wish I could get that sort of enthusiasm out of my students these days. Between you and me, the last few years I've gotten stuck with the worst students. I could be telling them about the most exciting storms on record, and all I get back is a sea of bored faces. Before they defunded my department, I got the best of the best. Students who really cared, like Debbie, but those days are over.
That must really be disappointing.
What are you, like 18? Do me a favor, kid, don't talk to me about disappointment till you've lived long enough to experience it firsthand. I'm sorry, Nancy, that was... I know you meant well. Anyway, good news is it looks like weather conditions for the next 2 weeks are going to be ideal for tornado genesis. Which means we could be in for a record-breaking string of tornadoes. You may be putting that enthusiasm to good use.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, so Scott's kind of a jerk. Let's talk
Nancy,
to Debbie.
hi! You've met Scott, the project leader. I'm Debbie, the project manager.
You're the one who'll be giving me orders?
Pretty much. First thing every morning, drop by to see me. I'll let you know what has to be done that day.
Are you still in school?
I just got my doctorate in meteorology from Canute College. From the day I walked into Scott's Theories of Tornado Genesis class, I was hooked. I've been on his chase team in one capacity or another ever since.
You must be pretty easygoing.
I've just learned how to read Scott and deal with his idiosyncrasies, that's all. Like all the equipment malfunctions we've been experiencing. Let's just say that Scott is extremely good at misdirecting blame.
You think the problems are really Scott's fault?
But hey, I could be wrong. Which, by the way, is something you'll never hear him say. Anyway, as for the rest of today, those 2 jobs Scott gave you, get them done. Pretty much everything he says in there, I can hear out here. He's not exactly a low talker. The chart with all the siren stuff is in the living room, and that computer quiz you took will tell you what needs to go into the kit. If any items are missing, you can go to Ma and Pa's general store up the road and buy them. Just purchase wisely, our budget is very limited. And if you haven't introduced yourself to Pa or finished the filing, please do so. And once you're done with all that, you can head out to the cornfield and fix the sprinkler system.
Fix the sprinkler system?
See, this farmhouse and the acreage it sits on were donated to Canute as a research facility. The chase team gets it during tornado season. The agricultural team's here the rest of the year, so we've agreed to maintain whatever projects they've got going in their absence. Right now, they're in the middle of collaborating on something with this big mucky-muck research center in Hawaii, which is just another way of saying, fix those sprinklers ASAP.
Mucky Muck Research Center in Hawaii, as in the Healy?
I found this box out front when I arrived. Thought maybe I better turn it in.
Wow. There must be a couple $100 in here. Job. Thanks. Payment enclosed.
You don't know whose it is?
No idea. I heard you tell Scott about seeing that tornado, so my guess is the Twister carried it in from somewhere else. Maybe even somewhere miles from here.
I'd feel better if you kept it.
Sure. When I get a chance, I'll call the sheriff and report it.
That's it for now.
Okay. Oh, and thanks for driving that car up here for us. That was a big help. See ya.
Okay, so we have been given many tasks to do.
That's done.
And that is kind of how this game goes, is puzzle after puzzle after puzzle, which is fine. I like puzzles, so it's all good. But it is a very puzzle heavy game. And this is one of my least favorite puzzles because it's kind of hard. Okay, wait, actually, this one probably goes there. So you can't leave any spaces in the red lines. So like this, that little triangle, they won't let you finish the puzzle like that, so you have to cover that up. I think that's good enough. And like, see, this is not going to work because that doesn't really cover it, so try that. Yeah, this is not right. That's not good. Okay, let's start over. Okay, so you might think that this is right, but it's not. because Nancy hasn't said anything. I think the issue is here, because there's a little part there.
All
There we
right,
go.
that's how it should look.
Okay, great. Now to finish the disaster kit, which I guess we'll also meet Frosty.
Hi, I'm Frosty. As you can probably tell from all this equipment, I'm the media guy. Still pictures, audio, video, digital, analog. I do it all. Do it pretty darn well, too.
Is there a story behind the name Frosty?
Sure is. A couple of years ago, before I met Scott or any other tornado chasers for that matter, I was out taking pictures of this ginormous thunderstorm that was brewing outside Norman. I'd drive for a while, jump out, snap some pictures, roll some video, jump back in, drive some more, just looking for good pictures, you know? I wasn't really paying attention to what the storm was doing until all of a sudden it got really, really dark. And then it just started pouring. And I mean, rain was coming down like my car had stopped under Niagara Falls, and the wind was blowing and the car was swaying, and then it started to hail. First just dime-sized stuff, then quarter-sized, then golf ball-sized, then all of a sudden, the windshield shatters and a hailstone the size of a fist lands in my lap. Then another, then another. Turns out I'd punched the core of an incredibly powerful HP supercell.
You'd punched the what of the who?
HP means high precipitation, lots of rain, and a supercell is a cloud formation capable of producing severe thunderstorms. The core is the worst part of a supercell, where violent updrafts can produce huge hailstones, to say nothing of tornadoes.
Did you see one?
That time? No. But I did roll down my window and start shooting, and I came away with photos and footage of hail that no one's been able to top yet. Overnight, I went from being Tobias Harlow, run-of-the-mill photographer, to Frosty Harlow, fearless documenter of extreme weather phenomena.
So when and how did you join up with Scott?
I joined the team last year after their photographer quit halfway through. This is my first full season. I'm the best thing that's ever happened to this team, I might add. I'm good.
Do you get along with everyone?
Course. Oh, Scott likes to yell, but I can handle that. Beats working for Brooke. She's the leader of the team that's our biggest rival. Real bulldog. With lipstick. And getting yelled at occasionally is nothing compared to some of the stuff I've been through. For instance...
Did you get into a fight with a cat or something?
What, these scratches? Just a few minor war wounds. See, I was climbing the fence next to the old Fraser Creek windmill so I could get a clear shot of some Amatis clouds. And what happened? I dropped my camera bag right into a patch of brambles. Thorns just about took my arm off when I went to grab it.
I need to get going.
See ya.
Okay, so there's not a ton in here. We need water, sugar, salt, granola bars, batteries, flashlight, can opener, toothpaste, duct tape, and bleach. So we'll go back to Ma and Pa's.
What can I do for you, little lady?
I was just wondering, where's the Ma part of Ma and Pa's?
Ma? Oh, she's around, and, running errands and such. She'll be in later. What else you need?
So do you ever chase tornadoes?
Silliest thing I ever heard tell of. Around here, you're lucky if a tornado don't come chasing after you. People who do that are just asking for it.
Even if they're doing it so someday they'll be able to predict where and when a tornado's going to hit?
If somebody find a way to do that, know what they do next? Charge admission. Because there's nothing else you can do. You warn everybody it's coming, then you just watch. You watch this dark, rampaging monster go tearing across the land, wrecking everything it touches, till all of a sudden, it ain't there no more. You can't go after it, you can't make it put everything back, you can't even get even with it. 'cause it's just gone. All you can do is stand there thinking, now that ain't fair. That just ain't fair.
Sounds like you're talking from personal experience.
That I am. That I am. What else you need?
Poor Pa.
Good seeing you again.
Don't let them canoots work you too hard.